In this video, I'd like to show you how to log into the Discovery cluster and move some files to the cluster and from the cluster to your computer. I'm assuming you're using a Windows computer, and to connect to the Discovery cluster, you will need two programs. One of them is called putty. I may be pronouncing it wrong. And it's a very small program you can download from the web. The second program is called FileZilla, okay? And the first program is used to connect to the cluster, and the second program is called used to transfer files to and from the cluster, okay? So let's start with putty to log in. When you double click putty, it's going to ask you a host name or IP address for which you need to write login.discovery.neu.edu. Make sure that the port is 22. Make sure SSH is selected here. And to save these settings, to make it easier for you to log in on future occasions, I suggest you come up with a name like Discovery or something like that. And then when you click Save here, you will have saved the settings. So let's just say Cancel. Okay, so let's start putty again. Again, this is empty. When I click on Discovery, Load, so these are automatically populated. So you have a set of parameters that you saved for your future logins. And then at this point, you click Open, and you should see something like this pop up. At this point, you enter the first part of your email address. So typically your first initial dot your last name, and then click enter, and it's going to ask for your password. Then you type your Northeastern password, okay? But note that you're not going to see anything on the screen. So I'm entering my password here. I click enter. And now I have logged into the Discovery cluster. If you're using putty for the first time, you will see a warning message. Don't worry, it's normal. Just click and say yes. And in your future logins, you're not going to see that warning message again. Okay. So now we're at the Discovery cluster. So one thing you can do is you can look at your where you're logged in. So here we're at the login node. Okay. In Linux, you have to be logged in somewhere at all times. Okay. So login node is when everybody first logs in. Okay. But when you want to do some computationally intensive work, what you may want to do is you want to log into a node which is reserved for you. Okay, so you don't want to run your computationally heavy tasks at the login node. Okay, so to go to a node that is specifically reserved for you, you type the command srun dash pty /bin/bash. This command is going to take you to an available node. I click enter. Okay, so now I moved from the login node to C0194. Okay, so now I can launch my computationally intensive tasks here. Okay, and then when I'm done, I'm just gonna just say exit. Okay, So when I exit, I've exited from the compute node. Now I'm back at the login node. Okay, so to exit completely, I need to say exit again, and I will be exited even from the login node. I will completely disconnect from the discovery cluster. Okay, so this is how you log in and how you exit. Now to transfer files to and from the discovery cluster, we're going to use FileZilla client. Okay, it looks something like this. The left half will be your desktop. The right half will be the discovery cluster. So on the left, you already see files, but on the right, you don't see anything because we're not connected yet. To connect, what you type is xfer-00.discovery.neu.edu. Then you enter your username and then password. And for port, you enter 22. And then you click Quick Connect. Okay. I'll just say do not save passwords. You can choose to save passwords too, but that's my personal choice. Okay. Here, you will get this message for the first time, and you'll say always trust this host. Okay. Okay. So now I'm here on the right hand side. I'm under home directory. There is my personal directory, and then under that I have some files. Okay, and then so I can scroll down here. I have certain files on the cluster. I can right click. I can download them to my desktop, or I can click and right click on my desktop, files on my desktop, and then click to upload them. Okay, so this is basically how you move files to and from the discovery cluster.